For this restorative practice, we will need 2 blankets, 1 bolster, and 2 blocks. For our first shape, let's come into a comfortable seated position. As we set up for our practice, place 1 block vertically tallest height to the back of your mat. Second block a few inches away horizontally, second height in front of the first. Drape your bolster across both blocks. Make sure that the base of your bolster is touching your mat, and then fold a blanket and bring it to the top of the bolster for a support of your head. The second blanket can be folded longwise and placed at the top of your mat. Come into a comfortable seat, place the base of your spine to the base of the bolster, and slowly let your hips drop down into the ground, and we'll allow ourselves to settle in here and arrive fully into our space. For this restorative practice, we take more props so we have more support for our body. We will hold each shape for 3, closer to 5 or more minutes. It is important that you maintain a relaxed body throughout the practice. When you move into each shape, make sure that it's sustainable and you feel comfortable. Now that you're here, eyes are closed, begin to deepen your breath. As you inhale, lengthen your spine up to the sky. And as you exhale, send your breath back down into your hips. Let your hands relax on top of your knees or your thighs, and shoulders drop away from your ears. Face is relaxed, and the breath is calm. Now let's slowly open the eyes, and we'll move into our second shape. Keeping the base of your spine to the base of the bolster, release your spine back behind and bring the bottoms of your feet together with the knees out wide. You can grab the long folded blanket and gently support the bottom of your thighs and your knees and cross it over the tops of your feet. You can tuck the sides or the tails underneath your hips for support. Your knees should feel more supported, yet they are still relaxing and dropping down towards the ground. Arms are out wide and relaxing down to the floor. The blanket that's underneath your head will touch the tops of your shoulders. You can draw your chin a little bit closer toward your chest just to feel the length through the back of your neck as it makes contact with the bolster and the blanket. Our hearts are opening up to the sky, and our knees are widening down towards the ground. Relax your face. Feel your body be completely supported by the props underneath. Our restorative practice is meant to take a break on our nervous system as well as the physical body. Give yourself this gift of true presence as you bring your attention away from thoughts and towards breath. However, as practice goes on and we continue to hold, if you find that thoughts persist, just allow them to come in one ear and out the other, not holding on to any one thought, but also not letting them be pushed aside. Let your thoughts arrive. Let your thoughts leave. Keep them moving with the pace of your breath. Breath is calm, slow, and continuous. Gently take a long, slow, deep breath in to your belly, lower ribs, and collarbones. And a long, slow exhale out, letting your spine relax into the bolster. Slide your hands underneath your thighs and gently bring your knees back together. Widen your feet, place them on the ground, and slowly press yourself on off the bolster into a comfortable seat. Let's deconstruct our chair by taking the bolster, the 2 blocks, and blanket away. Our next shape will move into, we will only need 1 blanket and 1 bolster. Setting yourself up for our next shape, grab 1 bolster, which will stay horizontal to the top of your mat. Bring it to the middle of the mat and roll yourself on down. The bolster is supporting the arch of your back, supporting your pelvis, your hips. But make sure that you feel comfortable and natural with the bolster underneath. Make any adjustments you need. The blanket will be rolled underneath the neck, and the tail of the blanket might release a little bit further out and be underneath the back of your head. Bring your feet out mat distance and drop your knees inward so maybe they touch, moving into constructed supported rest. The neck is comfortable and neutral by the support of the rolled blanket underneath. Your hands can be down along your sides, or bring your hands to your belly, but keep your elbows wide and your shoulders dropping down. As you inhale, feel the rise and the expansion of your belly. And as you exhale, feel your hands gently drop back down towards the ground as your belly relaxes. With your hands on your belly, you can truly feel internally and externally the rhythm of your breath. Keep your breath calm, full, and deep as you relax the facial features down towards the ground. There is no gripping in your jaw, your eyes, or your mouth. Your lower back is completely supported by the bolster underneath. And your feet are wide From here, let's take one more deep breath into the belly, into your palms of your hands. And a long, slow exhale out, maybe out through your mouth, relaxing your jaw even more. Open up your knees, toe heel your feet in a little bit closer, press down through your feet and lift your hips off the bolster and slide the bolster off your mat. You can roll your spine and your hips back down, roll off to one side, and gently press yourself up so we can move into our next shape. We'll move into our next shape, supported child's pose. We'll need a bolster, 2 blankets, and ideally, if you have a third one, you can also opt for this. Let's start by bringing the bolster in between the thighs, knees are wide, and big toes are touching. As you slide the bolster in between your thighs, maybe you have a rolled blanket underneath your ankles for support, although this is optional. Exhale, release your belly and your head down onto the bolster. Your arms will drop down from your shoulders, and your forearms are supported by 2 folded blankets underneath. If you have only 2 blankets, you can fold them so each forearm is supported, or opt to not take any folded blanket under your forearms and maybe just take a fold blanket underneath your ankles, whichever feels better to you. When your belly is down and your arms are down to the ground supported, drop your right ear down to the bolster and take a close-eyed gaze over to the left. Feel the weight of your tailbone drop back towards your heels even more. It is important that we keep our weight further back rather than feeling like we are tipping forward and putting unnecessary pressure onto our neck and head. If your hips are really high, you can bring a bolster or a blanket underneath your hips, in between your thighs and your calves for a supported lift, or maybe bring more support underneath your belly and your chest. As always, simply make sure that you are comfortable so you can release and relax. Now, with our hearts down to the bolster and our backs facing up, take a long, slow inhale into the back of your shoulders, your ribs, and your lower back. As you exhale, let the weight of your body sink down into the support underneath. As you breathe, you might notice that your belly presses against the bolster as you inhale. And as you exhale, allow your body to sink down and back even more. We'll allow ourselves to breathe slowly in and out through the nose. Keeping our body in the same shape that it's in, let's simply rotate the head to the opposite direction. Left side of the face down to the bolster, and a close-eyed gaze over to the right. Continue to maintain the connection of your belly to the bolster and forearms and palms to the blankets. Let your body embrace this relaxation and ease as you breathe in and out. There is no tension, no holding on, and no grip in any areas of your body. Continue to breathe at your natural rhythm as we take a few more minutes here. Slowly bring your head back through center. Take a deep breath in, slide your hands underneath your shoulders, and slowly roll yourself up to come out of this pose. For our next shape, we will only need one bolster and one blanket. Take all of your other props off to the side. We'll move into a twist from here. Sitting up, feet onto the ground, bottom to the floor. Bring the bolster to your right hip. As you exhale, drop both knees over to the right, and then begin to slide your left knee over to the right as you hug your knees a little bit further up toward your belly. We'll take a rotation by sending our belly and rotating it back towards the bolster. Roll your belly onto the bolster as it continues to make contact with your right hip. The blanket will support the head, and you can bring your arms up and overhead and gently interlace the fingers or lightly hold on to the top of the bolster as your elbows drop wide towards the floor. The knees are to the right. Close-eyed gaze is also to the right. And our spine is rotating back and to the right towards the bolster. You can always change the angle of the bolster as you wish. Rather than stacking the knees directly on top of one another, you can opt to bring your left knee a little bit further down towards your bottom right calf, taking a slight separation of your knees. Feel this gentle twist in your lumbar spine and allow yourself to breathe easy and gently here. Feel your belly gently compress and expand against the bolster as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, the left side of your ribs gently rotate down to the floor a little bit more. Embrace this feeling of relaxation. Keep your attention with your breath, noticing how easy and free the breath moves in and out of your body. Our last cycle of breath here, staying exactly as you are. Let's take one more slow, deep breath in, filling up your body fully with air. As you exhale, let your body gently wring itself out one last time. Release your hands and slide your hands underneath your shoulders. And when you're ready, inhale, slowly roll yourself up off your bolster. Scoot your hips back onto your mat. Bring your knees up to the sky, feet to the mat, and we'll slowly make our way into that opposite side. From a seated position, let's bring the bolster to the left hip. Feel that connection as the bolster reaches out longwise to the back of your mat. Keep your feet out mat distance. Exhale, drop your knees over to the left and begin to rotate your torso back behind and to the left so you can send your belly and your chest towards the bolster. As you release your belly down, you can slide your knees a little bit further up toward your belly. Send your right knee a little bit further to the left. Instead of having your knees stacked, you can slide your right knee a little bit further down towards your left calf, so the knees are gently separated. Adjust that bottom hip if you feel like there's any tucking sensation underneath. Your arms will be same position, on top of the bolster, elbows wide. You can interlace or just simply gently hold onto the top as you rest your arms and the left side of your face onto the blanket. Same shape, different side. Equalizing now our right and our left. Releasing all tensions into the floor. Do not hold on to anything. Let your body completely release any grip it might have. Breathe into your belly. Feel it gently press against the bolster. And as you exhale, soften the outer edges of your body even more. Let yourself simply surrender to the stillness of your body and the rhythm of your breath. You are completely relaxed and surrendering to the shape. We will take one more cycle of breath in this last twisting shape. Take a deep breath in, let your body expand with air. And a long, slow exhale out, softening that top right side of the body down. Taking your time, slowly slide your hands underneath your shoulders and begin to rotate your head down towards the bolster and press yourself on up through a tall spine. Bring your knees up through center and take your props off to the side. For this last shape, we will opt to use the wall. When you're ready, slowly bring the bolster horizontally in front of a wall. You can also do this at a headboard of your bed if you're lying there, or simply if you have no space on a wall, you can opt to just bring your knees bent rather than keeping your legs extended as we move into legs up the wall. To get your legs up the wall, take a sideways sit onto the bolster. Lean back and swing your legs up the wall as you scoot your hips on top of the bolster. The bolster will support the pelvis and allow for the natural curve of the spine. We'll need 2 blankets. One you will fold horizontally and place underneath your head. The second blanket will be vertical and support the whole spinal column, tucked underneath the bolster and tucked underneath the top horizontal blanket. From here, the legs are reaching up to the ceiling, and your arms can either be out wide to your sides or maybe hands to your belly. Once again, if a wall is not available, you can always simply bend your knees and allow them to drop in toward your belly. We want to feel supported here, so take any modifications you need so you can completely relax. Take a little tuck of your chin towards your chest. Take a gentle rock side to side and feel the length of your neck grow longer. Feel your shoulders dropping on either side of that long folded blanket that runs through your spinal column in between your shoulders, underneath your neck to the back of your head. As you lay here, take a slow, deep breath into your belly and a slow, deep breath out. Let your belly rise. Let your belly fall. Completely relax your face and notice where you can let go of any tensions in the facial features. Legs are completely relaxed, and simply by the contact of the heels to the wall, you remain with the legs exactly where they are. With our legs above our heart, we give our legs a gentle release as they do a lot for us throughout the day, supporting us, transporting us. But here, our spine is supporting us. Our legs are relaxed. Let yourself fall deeper into a state of release as you follow your breath. Let's take one last slow inhale through the nose, letting the belly expand as wide out, 360 degrees as it can, even into the back of the body. And as you exhale, feel the fall of the belly back down towards the spine. If your legs are extending up the wall, slowly bend your knees. To come out of this pose, you can roll off to your left side and then gently press yourself up through a comfortable seat. We will take our final pose of Shavasana. Our final pose for Shavasana, you can opt to use as many props as desired. Here, there is a blanket underneath the head, acting like a pillow, supporting the neck and the head, a bolster underneath the knees to support the lower back, and a second blanket covering the body. We want to be sure that we are completely comfortable in this final pose, and that includes making sure that our body doesn't feel cold. If you have any extra props, you can also place something over your eyes to block out any extra light, or sandbags on top of your legs or your pelvis for more grounded support. Now that we're in Shavasana, let yourself completely relax. Taking your time to move into this final state. Once your body is comfortable and completely free of any obstructions, let it drop and melt down into the floor. Your toes will probably gently rotate out and away. Feel the outer edges of your body gently relax and release. And as you breathe, embrace a sense of heaviness through your body. This sense of heaviness allows you to let go even more of any holding on. Even when we think we are completely relaxed, oftentimes we still have habitual gripping in the body that we are unaware of. This is an opportunity to notice it and completely surrender your body and your mind down towards the ground. Let your forehead be smoothed out and relaxed, and your eyes and mouth drop down towards your ears. Maybe there is even a slight separation of your lips. Tip of your tongue maybe touches the roof of your mouth, the backs of your teeth. Your jaw is relaxed, and your body grows heavier with each exhale breath. Can you let go of any holding on in your neck and in your head? Your body is now in a state of complete relaxation. Embrace this feeling completely. Breathe in this sense of peace, and breathe out an awareness of the calm state that you are in. Follow your breath as you breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Use this guiding breath to bring your body to that place of complete ease. Here you can stay as long as you would like. Otherwise, completely surrender yourself and simply wait for the cues to slowly release out. We take this nice long shavasana so our body can completely absorb this restorative practice. Feel the tissues of your body soften and gel. Let your body breathe with your breath. And from here, continue to set yourself up for a space that you relax and surrender into. Breathing in, breathing out. Gently bring yourself back to the awareness of your body on your mat. Taking your time, deepen your breath, and feel this reawakening of your body. Yet the sense of relaxation continues. As you continue to deepen your breath, find gentle movements through fingers, toes, a gentle rocking of your head. And when you are ready to move on, extend your arms up and overhead, taking a full body stretch. Deep breath in to lengthen out long on your mat, and a long, slow exhale out to release your body back down into the floor. Bend your knees and go ahead and slowly roll yourself over to your right side, pausing there, fetal position. Right arm under your head for support. Take a few moments here on your side. Slowly press into your top left hand and rise up through seated. Keep your eyes low or keep them closed. And once your spine is tall, take a deep breath in. Feel the length of your spine grow. And a long, slow exhale out. Continuing this sense of peacefulness in your body. Bring it with you as you finish off this practice. When you are ready, gently open your eyes. Namaste.